Good morning, champions. Happy Thursday morning. Coming to you live from the 5 a.m. club where we get up early and we conquer our morning to own our day. Folks, I'm just out here one in the morning working my way back to being able to run the bridge, working on just endurance in my back and all that stuff. But it's a daily thing. We say it every day. So I hope you're up. I hope you're getting after it. I hope you're getting your day prepped and ready to go. And I got a awesome message for everybody here. Some of you guys heard this yesterday, but I just want to reiterate it today. It's just a quick story that when I met with Sam and myself met with the head doctor, Mayo Clinic. Super important guy, probably world famous essentially, right? We waited 3 years to see this person. And he walks in to our room at the Mayo Clinic and, just calm, in control of himself or whatever. And so we sit down and he starts asking questions to Sam, asking questions, so tell me about yourself, and stuff like that. And we basically sat there for about 2.5 hours. And I would guess, I just kind of sat and listened, made sure Sam, said everything she needed to say. And I would guess that in those 2.5 hours that he maybe spoke 15 minutes, tops. And, he would ask like leading questions, and he would ask questions that, maybe don't seem like they're medically related, like, asking about the boys and how old they are and what their names are, and found out about the dogs and, what she does, as hobbies and spirituality stuff and everything. He asked all this stuff. And when he got up and left, Sam turned to me and said, "Wow, I really like him." And it just was such a confirmation for me about the stories I tell all the time. When you go to a party, and if somebody at a party asks a bunch of questions and gets you to talk about yourself a lot, when you leave, whoever you went to the party with will say, "Wow, I saw you talking to that gentleman over in the corner for a long time. Like, who was that?" And be like, "Oh, it was so-and-so." And be like, "Oh, what does he do?" I don't really know. But man, he was such a nice guy. And it's just a reiteration of all that stuff, which, again, point of this whole story is your client, potential client, who you're talking to, should be doing the majority of the talking, and you should be trying to ask leading questions. And the more you can get them to talk about their favorite subject, which is themselves, and asking questions that indirectly will give you information that you need to help get the policy and get the sale and do all that stuff, the better off you're going to be. It's probably the 30th time these people have had, on average, these potential clients have had conversations about life insurance. And if you can get them to know, like, and trust you by asking them questions and getting them to talk about themselves, it seems counterintuitive, then the better off you're going to be. This doctor never once told me where he went to school, how long he'd been in practice, what his specializations were, all of his research papers, nothing about the Mayo Clinic or anything like that. He didn't do a lot of talking to try and convince us that we were in the right place. He carried himself as the expert. We trusted him and believed him by the way he carried himself, by the way he spoke, and by the questions that he asked. It made Sam, more than anyone, really, really like and trust him, which is crazy because she did the majority of the talking. So if you can connect the dots in your head and make that make sense and use that in your presentations every single day, I promise you will close way more. Your closing rate will go way up because now you are getting people to know, like, and trust you, and you're trying to solve people's problems. So aspire to be better today than you were yesterday. Do it every single day, folks. You will be amazed where we end up. Let's have ourselves a day. See you guys soon. I'm out.